Imagine walking through a quiet English village. The morning is peaceful. Birds sing. Farmers work in the fields. Then, you discover two frightened children standing alone. Their clothes are unlike anything you've ever seen. They speak a language no one understands. And their skin is completely green. More than 800 years later, historians are still trying to explain what really happened.
The villagers carefully brought the children to the home of Sir Richard de Calne, a local landowner. They tried everything: bread, cheese, meat, fresh fruit. The children refused every meal. Days passed. They grew weaker. The villagers feared they might starve. Then something unexpected happened. The children noticed freshly harvested broad beans. Without hesitation, they rushed toward them. For the first time, they eagerly ate. Only broad beans. Nothing else. It was the first clue that these children had come from a very different world, or at least a very different way of life. The story begins in the small village of Woolpit in Suffolk, England, sometime during the 12th century. At first glance, Woolpit was an ordinary farming village surrounded by forests and open fields. Its unusual name came from deep pits dug to trap wolves that once roamed the countryside. One day, while villagers worked near those fields, they noticed something extraordinary. Two children, a young boy and a slightly older girl. They stood frightened near the wolf pits. Neither child looked injured, but something about them was impossible to ignore. Their skin carried a strange green colour, unlike anything the villagers had ever seen. Even more unsettling, when the villagers spoke to them, the children answered in a language nobody recognized. Not a single word could be understood. Life slowly changed. The children remained under the villagers' care, but the young boy never recovered. He became seriously ill. Not long afterward, he died. His story ended almost as suddenly as it had begun. His sister survived. As the months passed, she slowly learned English. She adapted to village life. Something else changed too. The mysterious green colour of her skin gradually faded. And then she finally revealed where she believed they had come from. According to the girl, their home was called St. Martin's Land. It was unlike any place the villagers had ever heard of. Everyone there had green skin. The sun never shone brightly. The land existed in a permanent twilight. She remembered tending cattle with her brother, then hearing the sound of church bells. Curious, they followed the noise. Suddenly, they found themselves inside a brilliant light. When their eyes adjusted, they were standing near the fields of Woolpit. far from home, unable to return. To medieval listeners, the story sounded impossible. Today, it remains just as mysterious. At first, the story sounds like pure fantasy. But this mystery appears in the writings of two respected medieval chroniclers, Ralph of Coggeshall and William of Newburgh. Working independently, both recorded remarkably similar accounts. That doesn't prove every detail happened exactly as described, but it does suggest the story had a genuine historical foundation. Something unusual appears to have happened in Woolpit. The question is, what? Over the centuries, historians have proposed several explanations. The most widely accepted theory is surprisingly ordinary. The children may have been Flemish orphans. During the 12th century, political violence forced many Flemish families to flee eastern England. Separated from their community, frightened children speaking a foreign dialect could easily have seemed completely alien to English villagers. Their unusual skin colour may have resulted from severe malnutrition. As they recovered with proper food, that green appearance could have faded. This explanation fits many parts of the story, but not all of them. What about St. Martin's Land? Why broad beans? Why the strange description of endless twilight? Other historians believe those details grew over time as the story passed from one generation to the next. Some even argue the account blended real events with medieval folklore. The truth may lie somewhere in between.
Today, visitors can still walk through Woolpit. The wolf pits are gone. The medieval fields have changed. But the mystery remains. Were the Green Children simply frightened refugees whose story became legendary? Or did medieval England preserve a tale that we still don't fully understand? After more than 8 centuries, no one can answer with certainty. Perhaps that's why the Green Children of Woolpit continue to fascinate historians, writers, and curious minds around the world. Some mysteries aren't remembered because we solve them. They're remembered because they refuse to be solved. And somewhere beneath the quiet fields of Woolpit, the questions still remain.
Thank you for watching Historium Studios. If you enjoy cinematic historical mysteries grounded in real research, subscribe and join us as we uncover the stories history has never fully explained. Until next time, keep questioning.